Let's talk about inflammation. Inflammation is something that can be really hard to pinpoint, right? Because you might be feeling inflamed, puffy, but not know what markers to look at, or maybe you got some labs and they said, oh, your inflammation markers aren't that bad, but you don't feel good. You feel inflamed, you feel puffy, you feel your body respond negatively to a lot of different things. How do you know what inflammation is and where to look for it and what it can be doing to your body? So I'm Dr. Beth Westie, women's health and hormone expert. I'm also licensed in acupuncture, Chinese medicine, and a functional medicine practitioner. I'm the author of the books, The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon, as well as host of the podcast, The Female Health Solution. You can follow me on social media and subscribe to my podcast and YouTube channel to make sure you stay updated on all the info that I have coming out. Now, when we look at inflammation, it has a huge impact on your body's ability to maintain health overall. It's sort of like gunk, gets in the way of everything functioning well. I mean, imagine if somebody, again, I'm not a car person, right? But I think of it like you pop the hood of your car and somebody just dumps green slime all over everything. How well is it going to work, right? Not that well. All the parts are there. Everything should function the way that it should. It's not like you ran out of gas or any other liquids or fluids or something that are supposed to be in a car. It's all there. There's just this gunk that gets in the way that shouldn't be there. Now, inflammation, your body will naturally have an inflammatory reaction for multiple reasons. You also can have more of a genetic predisposition to being more inflamed from certain things. For some people, you could have an inflammation reaction from chemicals, pesticides, mold, stress. Stress, histamine, right? So if there's different allergens or something around, you can be more inflamed. There's a lot of different things that can trigger this for you. But once it sets off in your body, you have to calm it down. So I'm going to list off some things here, but the two things to keep in mind when we talk about inflammation is that we really want to come at this from both directions. One, we want to mitigate the thing that's causing the inflammation. So for example, if it's stress or something like that, we want to mitigate that stress that's coming in. The second thing is that the internal reaction to it, we want to open up certain pathways to help that inflammation drain from your system better. Because oftentimes, if you have an inflammatory reaction, your body's mechanism for decreasing inflammation gets shut off. So that's what we want to improve. Otherwise, with having a lot of inflammation, you can actually have a lot of weight gain, weight loss resistance. So if you're trying to eat healthy, go to the gym, all these things, and you're like, gosh, I don't feel like this is going well. I'm missing something. I feel inflamed. This is what I hear all the time. I feel so inflamed. You can literally feel it in your body. But sometimes people can't tell by just looking at you. And sometimes getting other labs done. We'll talk about the labs that I like to see for this. They can't tell, but you will have weight gain and weight loss resistance. Hormone disruption. It can cause other hormone imbalances within your body just because you have chronic inflammation going on. Yay, right? Gut issues. This is a classic one. Having gut issues, digestive issues, this can be more bloat, constipation or diarrhea, heartburn, things like that are just constantly going on and off in your body because your body is susceptible to inflammation. Having body pain, body aches, joint stiffness, just not feeling physically good. This is due to inflammation, right? So when you're noticing this, make sure that we are doing as much as possible to decrease that body pain, because body pain also causes more of a stressor. This is fun, right? Like, come on, I want to get out ahead of this. I know. So then there's also things like brain fog or other skin issues that can arise from inflammation as well. But remember, we want to come at it from making sure we're mitigating what's coming in and then helping your body process through better. Come at it from both angles. Now, my favorite way to look for inflammation is through a Dutch test. Now, a dried urine test for comprehensive hormones, yes, but there are also certain markers on here that we can see are results from inflammation. In fact, there is a neuroinflammatory marker that we can see as well, and that's on page 6 of this report here. I don't know if you guys really want to see it, but there is a neuroinflammation marker on here that that they check, and that's a huge indicator of whether or not you've got inflammation in the way. This is just one more thing to look at to make sure you're not missing anything in terms of working on your health. Most of the time, we only start working on our health and our bodies when things have gone so badly that we are in this really tough spot. Well, if we can do things to start a little bit sooner, a little bit earlier, then it's really helpful to start when the inflammation is a lot smaller in our systems versus when it gets to be really, really big. So please let me know if you guys have any other questions. You can go below this video, click that link, learn more about Dutch tests, learn more if it's the right thing for you at this time. And of course, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have.